Taurus, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late January, moving into early February 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's going on for the lovely Taurus collective. I hope you're all doing fabulous. Shuffle it up one time, see what we got for you this week, my friends. Talk to me, my guys. What's up with Taurus? And yeah, we're just going to look at this first card real quick, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. Let's get it going here. What's up with my fabulous Taurus friends? Please talk to me. Right, real quick. So, ooh. This is beautiful energy to have in a Taurus reading. We have Empress vibes showing up here. Now, this is an oracle deck. It's not the tarot, but I always link her to Empress, which is one of your cards in the tarot deck. So this is luscious. This is like chef's kiss energy, regardless of what shows up throughout the rest of it. Now, before we start breaking that down, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the January subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of that, enough of the promo. Let's get into the reading. We have our Empress right here. So you see how beautiful and gorgeous she is. She is all amongst the nature. She has that tree of life tattooed on her. There's the animals and the pets. When I see this card, I think of fertility. I think of abundance. I think of blessings. Now, this could be really good things coming at you. Right now, if this isn't Spirit talking to us about this beautiful Venus type of energy that links so well with Taurus, it could be something about the self, since the Empress is one of your cards. So whether it's self-confidence, you might be feeling much more confident than usual, or you could be tested in that way. But I'm not going to read a rough energy into a positive card. I love to start us off with that. So let's get into tarot now. I'm going to start you off with 3 cards in the upright before we get the intuitive, juicy stuff going. So let's shuffle it up one time. See what we got for the lovely Taurus collective, please. And that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. But it did start us off on a pretty nice path. So let's hope it stays that way. So, last week's reading, it was a little dicey. It was titled Enough is Enough. And I know from my personal experience, I really get along with Tauruses. Like in my personal life, some of my favorite people are Tauruses. So laid back and cool. But that's besides the point. It was titled Enough is Enough, so there might have been a situation that really tested your patience. There might have been something that you were fed up to hear about. That was a big vibe I was picking up last week. You might have just had enough of something, okay? Now, as I say every week, energy is very fluid. Nothing's ever set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you. We're going to hope to keep the optimism rolling. So let's get you 3 cards in the upright and see what we got. I'll give you one more super quick bridge shuffle, okay? Just feel like that one was necessary. So what's going on with my Tauruses, please? Because you know we could be seeing your energy or others. Yeah, we're continuing the good vibe tribe here. We have the Knight of Cups in position number 1. That's what I like to see. Let's not get too overly excited just yet, but that's once again another good sign. Knights are action cards as well, so we could be seeing movement, changes, action. Very positive. Could be water sign you're linked to. Very lovey-dovey. Okay, we have the star card here, so the first 2 cards are looking really good so far. You might be linked to an Aquarius when that card shows up. Let's get one more out here. Love the star. I'm still using the Smith Tiny Tarot. Look how adorable these guys are with their big old eyes. Okay, we do have the 5 of Cups on the back end. Now, one thing that's interesting that I want to point out is for this week's Virgo reading, it was a very similar energy dynamic where we had extreme positivity in the first 2 cards, but there was something off on the last one. Like they had the 9, 10 of Cups, and on the back end was like the 9 of Swords. So having the River of Tears, 5 of Cups doesn't tank the reading, but it's something that is standing out that we need to take a look at. But let's go through real quick. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes before we get the juicy intuitive stuff. Position number 1, the Knight of Cups. I also want to point out that elementally, we have a lot of water here with the cup cards. We have the card for Aquarius in the center. But the Knight of Cups, if this isn't a water sign you're connected to, This is the Prince Charming of the tarot deck. This is the lover boy. This is smooth talking, easy flowing type of energy. This could be emotional offers of some sort. There might be love and romance on your mind when this card shows up, or it could be coming into your life when the Knight of Cups is in a reading. So we really want to see what it's about. It could also represent communication. Not a bad card by any stretch of the imagination. Now, moving over, we have the Star card in position number 2. Like I mentioned a couple of times, this is the card that represents Aquarius, but if you're not linked to an Aquarius, this is a card of the future to me. It is one of the cards of wish fulfillment, good things coming into our life. So this is energy that can and should be claimed, right? It's hope. If it's not wish fulfillment, it's somebody having a light at the end of the tunnel. This is hope in a brighter day. This is optimism. This is beautiful and angelic energy as well. It's somewhat universal. So I really like seeing the Star card. So we're really going to need to clarify this in that Knight of Cups for sure. Let me get that down there. I don't want to knock the cards out of place. In position number 3, though, we have the 5 of Cups, the River of Tears. So that's a little concerning when we have 2 really good cards and then one of the rougher ones on the back end. So the 5 of Cups, to me, to put it in a nutshell, this could be somebody feeling gloomy, sad, depressed. This could be somebody crying about something, upset. So although there's really good energy here, there could be something underneath the surface that isn't sitting well. This could be something you're carrying with you for a while as well. All right, so we really want to see what this is and why this individual could be upset. Like I said, it doesn't have to be you. This could be someone you're linked to that is in their feelings about something for sure. And I've seen this for other signs this week, so it's not uncommon. So we're going to place that down right there. Of course, it could also represent somebody who is like more focused on what they've lost as opposed to what they still have or what they can gain. So let's just let's dive deeper on all of it, Taurus. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here, because I'd say overall the energy is looking positive, but we still have a lot more detail to pull. So let's see what's going on for you. Shuffle it up. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's see what's up with that Knight of Cups. And if you're a reader yourself or you're just trying to learn, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Taurus, you can drop it down in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Knight of Cups. What's Prince Charming doing here? What's Mr. Loverboy doing? Why is this here? For a portion of you, can be romantic things really on the mind. Yeah, 9 of Swords. Okay. Yeah, and I mentioned that card showed up in the Virgo one. Some of you could be stressing about some sort of romantic attachment, first of all. Some of you could be confusing what you feel with something you're thinking. Like, I'm getting that battle between the heart and the mind. Okay. It's giving me a lot of things here. Watch out for sleep issues. This could be somebody stressing about you big time. So just know that, like, if you're having issues with an individual person, they could be like stressed or nervous through the damn roof. For a portion of you, and I don't always give messages like this because you know I'm not a love reader, but somebody might be nervous about you moving forward or you moving on as well. Only for some of you, okay? But it's giving me interesting vibes, that's for sure, especially with the 5 of Cups on the back end. This could be somebody who's nervous. However, if recently you've been in a time where you've been nervous, having issues sleeping, whatever it might be, very high strung, I feel like this could be resolving. This could be moving on its way out, this type of energy, which would be good. So we want to keep moving. Let's see what's up. This could absolutely be somebody stressing or nervous about you, that's for sure. But let's go on to that Star card. Okay, I don't want to overcomplicate it. For some of you, especially if you're linked to a water sign, they could, or some sort of emotional attachment, they're just completely like stressed. Let's go on to that Star. Let's see what's up. See what the future has for my Tauruses, please. Thank you. Okay. Interesting. So we have the Tower, the shock, the surprise, the awe. Now this, I don't feel like is a bad tower, my friends. Now, I'm not sure how well everybody who's watching knows the tarot deck, but in the major arcana, the Star and the Tower are right next to each other. We look at the Fool's Journey, the Tower happens, the reset, and then the Star is the next card right after it. So I don't feel like this is a bad tower. Now, for a portion of you, yes, there can be shocking situations, unexpected situations, or issues cropping up in this time for sure. But I don't feel like it's going to kill your optimism about the future. I feel like regardless of what's going on around you, whether it's chaos or otherwise, you're still going to hold a very bright spot in the future for where you're going and what you're accomplishing. This isn't bad. For a portion of you, there could be some sort of change or something that comes up to give you much more hope in the future as well. Like, the Tower isn't always bad. Sometimes it is about hitting the reset button, but the future is still bright, right? So although these shocking, unexpected energies are still here, issues, situations, all that stuff I just said, there is still hope for things turning out better. Whatever towers you're going through right now are for the betterment of your future, even if it doesn't feel like it at the moment, okay? Because the Tower can also represent disaster, but I don't think all of you are in that mode. Like, I'm picking up that big confidence. Like, regardless of what's happening around you, this is very strong. This is somebody with a lot of strength of character who has a lot of staying power. So we're going to see what's up with that Five of Cups. I do feel like the vast majority of this spread could be the energy of somebody else around you. I do. So let's see what's up with that Five of Cups. Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow. Interesting stuff that we had so much good on the top, and now we're getting Nine of Swords, the Tower. Don't stress too much about the future, though. Don't try to predict all the towers that are going to come in. Cute. Yeah, this is good. When you least expect it, something great, something or someone great is going to come into your life. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the card of golden opportunities. And I feel like a lot of you need to hear that, okay? Even if you feel like all is lost or things are down here, they might be in the gutter now. With the Ace of Pentacles underneath the Five of Cups, I feel like when you least expect it, when your back is turned, this is going to come in. Spirit, the universe, whatever you want to call it, whatever you see it as, has a plan for you. They have opportunities for you. This is a new beginning, a new start. So for a big portion of you, I'm getting these cycles, I'm getting these changes, of course, but we see these things, we see these energies. It's like hitting the reset button and starting something over so this new beginning can come in and kick off fresh. Now, one thing I will say that you could take this as a warning about finances. Watch your spending in this time. Make sure you're doing your taxes, paying your taxes, doing all the things right, because this could speak about issues in the financial realm. But I do feel for a lot of you, especially with this Tower next to it with the star, when you least expect it, something amazing is going to come in for you. I would claim this energy for sure. I don't feel you being in Five of Cups long. Like, if you're in Five of Cups energy, sad, upset, I don't feel like you're being there for long. It does feel like there's a little bit of gloominess in this spread, but once again, when you least expect it, that's when the tables are going to turn. And you know I usually don't speak like that if you're a regular watcher, right? I try not to give sensational messages, if that makes sense. But let's go through and do a quick recap, because Taurus, we got a lot going on here, okay? You're probably going to have a very interesting week, but there's some good opportunities to be had. If you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we have the Knight of Cups with the Nine of Swords. So it was giving me a few different things. I was getting that little battle between the heart and the mind. A lot of you might be battling between the heart and the mind. This could be somebody that you were emotionally attached to that is like really stressing, really nervous, like driving themselves up a wall. And for a very small portion of you, it could be someone nervous about you moving forward or you moving on. They might feel like you've fallen out of grasp. But moving to the center, we have the star and the Tower next to each other. I don't feel like this is a bad Tower, but the energy of shock is still there. The energy of resets are still there, but I don't feel like that's going to kill your optimism of the future. There are still really good things that are coming. These towers, these unexpected things happen for a reason. And with these back ends here, we have the Five of Cups with the Ace of Pentacles in the upright. When you least expect it, with this Tower energy, with the back turned there, Spirit is going to throw you an alley-oop. Something beautiful, something amazing is going to come in for you. So like I said, this could be a triumph, a payoff, a victory, something really good. We'll just have to see how it plays out for each Taurus, though. Please take a screenshot. Okay, there might be little underlying gloomy feelings this week. It's all good, though. Let's get you one shadow card here. Let's see what's in the shadows for Taurus. Hopefully you're getting the proper amount of rest and sleep, though, with the Nine of Swords. I always say that. What's in the shadows for Taurus, please? And I'm using the Shadowland Tarot for this portion. I love using this deck to just end off. What do we got? One card here. All right, Four of Wands. So some of you might feel like your stability, which is something I know a lot of Tauruses really strive for and work towards, a sense of stability, a sense of the ground being sturdy beneath them. There might be something or various things that happen in this time that might shake your sense of stability. For a portion of you, it might be stability to the point of stagnation. So I feel like it's one or the other. A lot of you might be feeling like the ground is shaking beneath you, but a lot of you might be feeling like you're stagnating for whatever reason. Now, the Four of Wands, the 1111 card, I always have to point out that Spirit could be trying to send you signs and synchronicities whenever this card shows up. But it is also a card of the household, celebration, partying it up. So I would say in this time, try not to overindulge in any pleasure of the flesh as well. So we have a lot of little shadow messages here for you. Let's not overcomplicate it though, Taurus. Only take what hits for you. But that's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet though. I'm going to give you the details of the January subscriber surprise. For the January subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful, adorable Smith Tiny Tarot. This is the deck I used in this week's readings. So if you'd like to get your hands on this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments which one of the cards from this week's readings you thought was most adorable. Which one do you like the best? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll announce the winners in my community tab at random. As always, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.